Hi guys, so here's your deliver assessment. So what are we going to submit here for a deliver aspect? So we've got these two units that we're doing here: plan, organize, deliver, group-based learning. So that's what this is, guys. This is presenting, facilitating those types of skills to a group of people. We're making a presentation. We're presenting something, some learning or an learning experience to a group of people. So this is not one-on-one. This is to a group, all right? What are you going to be doing? You get to do 3 presentations. Yay! All right, 2 of them, okay, need to be from the same learning program and consecutive. All right, so this comes from the critical aspects portion of the unit listed above. And so my recommendation here is you can take a look at the learning program that you created with your design, if you've done that stage, that cluster. If you haven't, maybe we could just have a quick chat about some sort of program that you can do these from. Now, if you're a teacher, this is perfect because your program is your subject. So obviously, you know, you're running a term and you have a couple of classes and students or class that you run, and you run it in obviously consecutive all the time. So just pick a couple of those to do in a row. That's too easy. The presentations need to be at least 40 minutes. Now, let's just go through a bit more. So for all 3 of these presentations, you're going to end up gathering the same evidence, okay? The evidence that you're going to get, and I'll explain a bit more about what those presentations can be, because they don't have to be vocational education and training. They can be anything. If you do stuff on the weekends, like let's say you run some personal training, group fitness, that's a presentation. You know, maybe you have some sort of hobby where you do coaching. You coach a basketball team and you guys have training on a Thursday night or something, and you run an hour training session with your team. That's a presentation. So, you know, any type of presentation where you're presenting to a group, that in a group, guys, it's about 8 people. You know, I mean, if you've got at least 2 or 3, that would be your minimum. You know, you might have a classroom of 20, great, or 30, great. You might have an opportunity where you give staff presentations, you know, so you do a staff meeting and, you know, you're asked to present, you know, what you've been doing at work, and, you know, you've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and coworkers there that you're presenting to. That's a presentation, okay? So we want to look at those different opportunities, but what you're going to do is you're going to create a session plan. Okay, any of the resources that you use is going to be evidence. You're going to get feedback. So after you do these presentations, you're going to hand out a feedback form at the end. And at the end of each presentation, you're also going to think about your own feedback to yourself, how you thought you went. You're going to videotape these, okay? Now, the video can be a bit tricky because you might need permission. All right, if you need permission, written permission of anybody that might get on that video, make sure you get that permission. The videos will only be used here for your evidence, so I'm not going to take them and chuck them on our website or anything like that. It's part of your evidence, so I am obliged, as your assessor, NCT is obliged to honor your privacy and your confidentiality of your evidence. So we cannot share these videos publicly without your written consent, and then obviously the written consent of everybody in the video. So these videos are not for marketing purposes. This is evidence. Okay, and you need to make sure you outline that to anybody that needs to be told that. You might set up the video so that it's just of you, and you're not getting it of anybody else. That is an option. However, if you're going to be walking around interacting with everybody, you know, that might be a bit difficult. But I'll leave that up to you. Okay, you can use this checklist below to guide your process. This is just for you to use if you want. This is not the only way to do stuff, but I wanted to kind of give you some structure and where do I start, Emily, and that sort of thing. So step 1, 2, 3, all the way to 7. And I put these across as you can use to say that you did it for your first session, your second presentation, your third presentation, okay? So these are all the things that you're going to be doing. So you're going to provide background information about that session. So just tell me what it's about. Then there's the actual session plan. Then there's the resources, there's the video, there's the written feedback from your learners, your own self-reflection. There's a couple short answer questions actually that you need to do as well. Okay? This needs to be, this is for you to put your name here, tick yes, sign, and date. Okay? I need this before I can assess you. All right? And this information is found in more information is found in your student handbook, which you can find on our website, and is also talked about in one of our first videos here in your online course. This is for me to fill in. This is for NCT, okay, and your overall results. So that's just your results sheet. Now, each step has detailed information, okay, exactly what you need to do. So this is your background information. Here's everything you need to know on what do I actually need to put in here, Emily? Well, here it is. All right, and I've even given you can type your answers in or you can handwrite them. It doesn't matter, and you're going to do that for each session. Same questions, okay, just same type of information. Obviously, the information might differ a bit and will differ from presentation to presentation. And then there's step 2. Here's your session plans. Now, I have a template for you. If you want to use a template that you don't have your own, no worries. There's a template. You might already have session plans typed out or have your own template. Great, use your own. Just make sure that your template has that stuff in it. So if it doesn't have all this information, then add it in. Add in a line or add in a sentence or two so that all this is in there, okay? Then you've got your resources. So what are resources? Well, it's anything that is helping your presentation. So it might be a worksheet or a handout or a poster or an activity that you run. It might be a video you show. It might be a worksheet that you hand out. It might be a PowerPoint presentation or a Prezi presentation. Anything that you use. It might be a prop. If it's a prop and you can't send it to me via the internet or through the mail, take a picture of it with yourself and, say this is what I used. Or, obviously the video will show your resources as well. I want these resources just emailed to me. So here's some examples there. Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory. Video, self-explanatory. You can Dropbox it to me. You can just email it to me, but the video might be a bit big. All right. And then if you have the written permission, I also need that. Okay. So if you've gotten written permission from your participants, you need to send that through to me as well. Here's your feedback. So basically, you just print this off. Okay. This here. Print this off for them to fill in when they finish your presentation. Okay, so that's just pretty simple for them. They're just going to rate you and give you a couple of little things there. All right, that's for me to fill in. This is your results, and then here's your self-reflection. Okay, so it's the same questions for each session. All right, so you're going to be doing the same questions. Or you're going to be asking or being asked the same questions. So you just say, this is how I thought I went in this session, and this is how I thought I went in this session. And here's your second session, and your third. Okay, pretty easy. It's a great exercise too, guys. It's probably something we all do anyway in our mind. Is we always go, oh, how did that go? This is just capturing it, and use it for yourself to get better each time. So maybe from session 1 to 2 to 3, you're finding yourself noticing things that maybe you didn't notice before, and improving on things that otherwise you wouldn't improve on them just because we're bringing attention to it. So, yeah, it's great. All right. There's the results. And then finally, here's just some short answer questions. Is 2 questions to answer. So it's no big deal. Put your answers in there. And that's it, guys. This is for me. So when you send through those videos, I'm going to observe you. So instead of me driving out to you for all 3 of these sessions and watching you, I'm going to watch you in your video instead. All right? And fill that in for your observations. And that is it, guys. So hopefully you have a good time delivering and picking up some new strategies and all that sort of thing, give me a ring or buzz or anything if you're having some issues coming up with ideas, or how do I approach this what I want to do, Emily, and that sort of thing. I want to improve on my presentation skills. This is my bread and butter, and I love this topic. So take advantage of anything that I can help you with. If you're interested, or you say, I learned this online, Emily, I really want to come in and do something more formal. Great, let's look at putting something together. We can do that. I could do a live webinar. We could work on some stuff that way. If you want to come in and practice your presentation, shoot me an email. I'll be your participant. So let's have some fun with this, guys. Everybody needs to, have good presentation skills. Whether that's even if you're someone who's working up in the mines and you're working in tractors all day, it's the same thing. You're presenting yourself to your employee on your professionalism. We always are giving presentations. So this is a great skill. If you consider yourself a master presenter, take this opportunity to improve. Because a lot of us, if we do presentations regularly, we sort of just keep doing it the same once we get to a place where we're comfortable and we stop really growing because we feel, oh yeah, I know how to do it. Why don't we take this opportunity to, challenge ourselves and go to the next level? So there's your deliver, what to submit, and I'll see you on the inside. Thanks, guys.